There are certain times in this country when it's hard to make sense of things. This is one of those times. The images we saw yesterday will certainly haunt us for years. But what about tomorrow and moving forward? How long will it take to recover and change? We chatted tonight with former Secretary of Defense and former White House Chief of Staff, Leon Panetta.
I never thought in 50 years of public service that I would ever see a moment like what happened yesterday with a mob taking over the United States Capitol and bringing our democracy to a halt.
There is certainly a racial element to all of this. Protesters, rioters, however you're describing them, being treated a lot different in terms of their color of their skin compared to what we saw last year with the Black Lives Matter movement. Would you agree?
We saw with Black Lives Matter people who were deeply concerned about what was happening with racial issues in this country. Wasn't based on a lie, was based on what was happening in our communities. And that most of those protests were in fact peaceful. And obviously where they crossed the line, they should also be punished. But it's pretty clear from yesterday that we saw a lot of people who were damaging property, who were going through the Capitol with very few arrests made. And that people who condemned Black Lives Matter and what they did not speak up about how these mobs were being treated in terms of the fact that they too should face arrests and be prosecuted under the law for what they were doing.
Fair to say this is about the same we felt as a nation after the September 11th attacks in terms of a low point?
I had the same sense, after 9/11 of not exactly knowing what was happening with our country and why we were under attack. And in many ways, I had the same feeling yesterday, largely because what was taking place was based not on the truth, but on a lie. That somehow the national election had been stolen. And throughout history, dictators, tyrants, and others have always sought power based on lies. Having crossed that line yesterday, I think the question we all face is, will it inspire our better angels to do what's right in our democracy? Or will it inspire our worst instincts? And I don't know the answer to that right now.
Secretary, there's not many people in this country with your credential and your perspective. We appreciate your time and analysis tonight.
Good to talk to you.